The holidays are fast approaching, and if you are anything like me, then you probably still have some last-minute Christmas shopping to do. But what if you could cut your time spent roaming crowded stores in half? I think I can help you out with this. Today I have for you 15 free last-minute sewing DIYs. Let's get into it. What's up guys, my name is Julie and this is the Curated Curvy, where I bring you along for the journey as I attempt to create the curated wardrobe of my dreams with these two hands. And today we have some freebies. But before we get into the good stuff, this video is in collaboration with the lovely Sherri of Granny's Sewing Room as a part of her Advent calendar series, where each day she opens up her calendar and behold, there is a treat. And what do you know? Looks like I'm your treat today. After you are done with this video, go ahead and check the description box below. Not only will I have everything that I've mentioned linked, but I will also have a link to Sherri's channel where you can go over and catch up on all of the amazing DIYs and YouTubers that she has featured thus far. Also, subscribe to her channel as well as mine if you haven't already, so that you do not miss any Christmas DIY features to come. Now, without further ado, let's get into the good stuff. The first free DIY that I have for you is the Faye Duster. This is a free pattern from the fabrics-store.com. I have all of this stuff up on the screen. If I misspeak, forgive me. This pattern is ideal for wovens. Think thrifted linens. I love thrifted fabrics. I feel like they are absolutely the most budget-friendly way to go about creating lots and lots of beautiful garments, and this is the perfect candidate for that. And if you have something in your stash, even better. I also like this pattern because it is pretty size inclusive. I'll put the sizing chart up on the screen for you, as I can't recall on hand, but I'm pretty sure the bust goes up to, I want to say, a 60-inch. I could be wrong on that. Whatever the case may be, it is very size inclusive. Another reason that this is a great last minute DIY gift is because of the way that the pattern is sized. So they have their extra small, small, medium, large, extra large, up I think to 3XL. This way, when you are sewing for someone, you can kind of guesstimate what size they are and just pick that range. If they look like a medium, you can pick a medium, or you can pick the large and go up. House robes are meant to have a lot of ease in them, which makes it ideal for something that if you get the sizing wrong, it's not that big of a deal. When you are guessing someone's size, I always say in something like this, guess up, because again, it is a house robe, and so the more ease in there, it's not really gonna hurt anybody. It's meant to go over your cute little 90s and whatnot. Make one for your friends, make one for yourself, make one for everyone. If you have the time. Number 2 on our Christmas last minute DIY gifts is the Eco Snacks Tote. This is by Minky Kim. That is her YouTube name. However, her channel, or her website is sewingillustrated.com. This is a super easy, super cute snack tote. This is actually going to be my teacher gift this year. So what I am doing is I am cutting out the patterns, and then I am embroidering the first letter of the last name of each of my kiddos' teachers onto the snack tote to give out as lovely little Christmas gifts. I think I have one already embroidered, so I'll show you a little sneak peek. So this is the start of the snack tote. It's super busy, so I don't know if the screen is picking up on it. I'm gonna try and hold that up close for you. So I've embroidered the letter D on there, and then I'll go ahead and I'll finish constructing these, package them up nicely. I may put some chocolate inside of them and send them off to school as a thank you gift to all of my kiddos' wonderful teachers this year. This pattern does not require a lot of fabric, and it is also a very good scrap buster. This is one giant rectangle, which you can do quilted or you can do not quilted. You can do one fabric on the inside, one fabric on the outside, and then even 2 other fabrics for the handles. The pattern is your muse, darling. Do with it what you may. But this is again a really great scrap buster. It is a free pattern, and it is also a great gift giver. All right, the next 3 patterns are all from the website CK Sew. 2 of them are tutorials and 1 of them is a downloadable pattern. Let's get into it. So the first one is a tutorial, and it is a sunglasses case. I thought this was such a novel idea because again, it doesn't require a lot of fabric and you can really spice it up. There are a lot of cool fabrics out there today that you could use this to do, that you could use with this pattern, that would create a really chic sunglasses case, something that you'd almost feel, something that you would buy even if it were available in a store, if that makes any sense. So this is another pattern on my DIY to give list, and I have selected this really beautiful diamond quilted velvet fabric to use to make the sunglasses cases out of. I feel like the fabric won't pick up as much like dirt as quickly as maybe like your quilting cotton. Is already thick, and I'm gonna line it with something maybe like a batting or something else to make it a little more sturdy, and I feel like it'll be a really cute, really chic gift to give this holiday season. The next DIY gift to give that I have from you, also from CK Sew, is the fabric bowl covers. This is a downloadable pattern, and in order to access this pattern, you do need to enter in your email address to become a part of her newsletter gang. That's not what she calls it, which is a small price to pay. This is a really great gift giving DIY for all of you sustainable babes out there. As the world becomes more conscious of the things that we consume and the things that we put out, we're constantly looking for ways to kind of like hack that and make things more reusable, and it's also good for the pocket. So make a couple of these, give them to your best friend, give them to your mom, give them to anyone. This is literally a gift that could work for anyone. It could be for a guy, it could be for a girl, it could be for whoever you want it to be. It is something that is definitely usable and very, very customizable. Pick a fabric that speaks to their personality and bowl cover your heart away. Number 5 is another tutorial from CK Sew, and this is a pillowcase. Pillowcases are a great DIY gift giving idea. Honestly, this is something that is very new on my radar of things to make and give to people. Actually, Sherri from Granny Sewing Room, plug, has a great tutorial. I believe it was day 1 of her advent calendar of creating the cutest DIY Christmas pillowcase to give as a gift. CK Sew also has the tutorial on her channel, which will be linked down below for you to check that out. Number 6 on the 15 last minute DIY gifts is a mini wallet. When I first started sewing, fun fact, I exclusively sewed bags, and I absolutely love these things. This is another scrap buster. You can use different kinds of fabrics that you feel like work and coordinate well with each other. Again, think thrifted linens, think old linens that you have in your house and you just don't want anymore. You will need some type of medium weight interfacing to make it more sturdy, so to speak, but that is relatively affordable. This pattern is part tutorial, and it also comes with a download, so you'll download the template and then you'll follow the tutorial on the website. And I believe that with this particular tutorial, there is no information required in order to access the pattern. Number 7 on our last minute DIY gift giving ideas is these little fabric bookmarkers. These things are so cute and they look like they come together so easily. Again, another great scrap buster. Listen, we are seamstress. We collect scraps like, I don't know. We collect scraps. There's always scraps around that need to be used for something, and this is a really great way to use some of those scraps. This is another one that is on my last minute DIY gifts to give. My daughter is an avid reader and she never has bookmarks, and so this would be a really cute thing to make for her to package as a little set of 4, wrap with a little piece of twine, and lay it under the Christmas tree. The fabric bookmarkers is a tutorial. There is nothing that needs to be downloaded. They have the measurements and the steps to complete it all on their website page. Number 7 on the last minute DIY gifts to give is a DIY coffee cup holder. I have actually made a few of these before, and they are definitely a winner in terms of gift giving ideas. People really seem to like them and gravitate towards them. It is incredibly easy to sew. You can use lots of really cool prints, as I've always said, lots of really cool fabrics. This cup holder doesn't require any sort of insulation, so you can interface or you don't have to interface. It's completely up to you. The cup holder comes with a nice long strap, which you can make adjustable if you want, or you can leave it the length as is. Again, these are DIYs, and so you can take them, you can add to them, or you can sew them as is until your heart's content. As I have mentioned, this is something that I have made before, and it is definitely a hit. The people love it. Grab the pattern. It is free and you can make it. This pattern does not require any sort of information in order to access it. You simply go onto the website, you download the pattern, which is available through a link on the webpage, and then you follow the instructions given on the webpage to sew it. Number 9 are scrunchies. Scrunchies seem like they are pretty much here to stay, and they are still a very great DIY gift to give. If you want to be extra special, then use some of your silkies or your satins or your viscoses to make really nice soft scrunchies. This website that I have linked for you actually has 3 different size scrunchies. So it has a small, a medium, and a jumbo scrunchie. I have made all 3, all using this tutorial. Actually, all of my scrunchies, you can see 2 on my board back here, are made using this tutorial. It is fail proof, and I love it. Number 9 on the last minute Christmas DIY gifts to give are these cute slipper booties by Tilly and the Buttons. This is a pattern that I did not know existed, and even better, it is free. This is something that I think is a really fun, really easy, it looks like last minute DIY gift. I plan to use some leftover, I guess it's like faux Sherpa that I have in my stash along with some fleece, and sew these up and stick them underneath the tree. I live in a state where it can get pretty cold, and it's nice to have something warm and fuzzy to put on your feet. And if you like it on your feet, then 9 times out of 10 someone else would like it on their feet too. This is also a free pattern, as I mentioned, from Tilly and the Buttons. In order to access this pattern, you do have to input your email address and go about it as though you were purchasing the pattern. However, they won't ask for any credit card information or anything of that sort. You'll just click to pay, it'll skip the payment, and then the pattern will be sent to your email as a downloadable file. Don't forget to save those files, because sometimes they do go away after like an hour or so. I love the Tilly and the Buttons slipper boot idea so much that I was looking for a kids slipper, house slipper shoe situation pattern, and I couldn't find one, unfortunately. I did find one on Etsy, however, that is paid. The size range on the paid pattern is very broad, and so if you have multiple littles, then you purchase the pattern once and you can use it over and over again for multiple children, or you can continue to use it as the child grows, which I think is a good give. It's also pretty affordable. I believe it's like $8.78 or so. I'll have a picture of it here, and then again I'll have it linked in the description box below so you can check it out. Number 11 for our last minute DIY gifts is the Soho slouch tote. Now, everybody knows that tote bags are a great gift giving idea, but sometimes we want to put a spin on it. We don't want to always just, you know, whip up a quick tote bag and pass it on, although you can do that if you're into that. I feel like the Soho slouch tote though is like an elevated tote bag, and it feels very much more like today, where a lot of the bags that people are carrying are kind of geometric and have some sort of shape or interest to them. This is a tutorial, and so you'll go on the website and he has a drawing that is not to scale of how to draft the bag. You can print that out and scale it up, or you can simply use the drawing included on the website, and then you can use the information and the measure. My son, he's having a good time. You can use the information and the measurements included on the website to draft your own slouch tote. Number 12 is felt paper dolls. These are absolutely adorable. This tutorial can be found over on the Prudent Homemaker, and this is another full tutorial. She goes over everything from dyeing the felt fabric to make it more of the skin tone she's looking for, to cutting out the dresses and adding details to them. She also has a template for the doll over on her site. I believe the template is linked to another page, but it's all available there. The dolls are uber cute, and if you have a little girl in your house who loves to play dress up with her dolls, this is a beautiful handmade gift to give to her. Or if you have a niece or a little girl who is a friend of the family, I think that this is something that little girls across the world and little guys would love to. There, number 13 is the Ellie and Mac hoodie blanket. Snuggle blanket. This is another really cute, really simple DIY. I've seen a few of these on the internet floating around, and I think they're pretty fun. My daughter is very guilty of loving to drag her blanket around the entire house, which drives my husband bonkers. So it would be really great to have a blanket just for her to snuggle in, walk up the stairs, down the stairs, wherever she wants to go, and nobody bat an eyelash, because at the end of the day, this blanket is not going back into her bed. Comes with a cute little hoodie, and it comes with some like fabric pieces to cover your arms and wrap yourself while you're sitting down, you're cozy, you want to read a book. This is a kid size pattern. I cannot remember whether or not they have an adult size pattern. If they do, I'll put it here. If they don't, this area shall remain empty. Number 14, we have hexagon coasters. Coasters are a really great last minute DIY gift to give. Again, this is something that can be made and packaged so cutely. This hexagon coaster pattern is very, very simple, has 2 pattern pieces. Again, you do not need any information you do not have to give any information in order to access the pattern. You click the link on the website and you download the pattern and you make to your heart's content. Again, it has 2 pattern pieces. You can use scrap fabrics, you can use new fabrics, old fabrics. I plan on using thrifted pillowcases for this that have contrasting fabrics, and I'll show you a sneak peek of that really quickly. So the pillowcase at this point has already been taken apart, but this was one side of the pillowcase and this was the other. And so this will be the middle of the coaster, what faces up on you, and then this will be like the outer of the coaster. I think that would just be really cute and really feminine for, you know, those lovely ladies in my life who I want to give a last minute gift to. You know, you want to give gifts, but you don't want to put all the time into it, and there is nothing wrong with that. All right, and number 15 is a free kids robe pattern. So I actually have 2 patterns. I have one that is a fleece and one that is woven. For the fleece pattern, it is found over on fleecefun.com, and then the woven pattern is found over on mellysews.com. For Melly Sews' pattern, you do have to enter in your email address and become a member or a part of her newsletter group. How do you say that? People on her newsletter, subscribe to her newsletter, that's it. You do have to enter in your email address and subscribe to her newsletter. However, for mellysews.com, when you enter in your email address and subscribe to her newsletter, she has a pretty decent sized catalog of free patterns that look really, really good, all to download, and that are all made accessible through subscribing to her newsletter. I feel like it's a phenomenal trade-off for what you're getting in the end. As I mentioned, the first pattern was an adult robe pattern. The last one, again, is a kids robe pattern because I feel like it'd be so cute to make these up for your kiddos and wrap them up for Christmas. Christmas time is always the cozier months in the year, and after Christmas, we're straight into winter, people, so you're going to need something to keep you warm. And if you're going to be kept warm and cozy inside, don't you want your little ones to be too, right? Remember to go down and check out Sherri from Granny Sewing Room. Remember that everything that I mentioned is linked in the description box below. Until next time, stay beautiful, make great things for you and for the people you love. Bye.